every day. Yeah.
Greetings, this is Rototom Sunsplash TV, back again in the studio after Protege show, and we're going back to the real foundation of reggae music, the times of the Jamaican R&B, the ska, and the rock steady. We have the pleasure to have with us Roy PANTON and YVONNE Harrison, so welcome at Sunsplash TV.
Thank you.
So Roy, you said to me a few seconds ago, to be here for you is kind of a dream becoming true.
It is a dream come true because I've always watched Rototom, I should say, on the internet. And I said to myself, I would love to appear on this show. Not thinking that I ever would, but it came through and I'm ecstatic.
And going back to that glorious era, I know there were so many singing duos, but you were one of the most appreciated. So, can you tell us briefly your story as a singing duo?
Well, before Roy, I was singing with Derek Morgan, Lascelles Perkins, Clancy Echoes, and Derek Morgan, as I said. And then Roy and I started out afterwards. So we became one of the duos, you know, and recording and all island tours with Byron Lee. That was one of the things we did.
You want to add something, Roy?
Yeah, well, I started out history-wise with Stranger Cole in a group called the Rovers, but we did not do too much. And then from that, everybody went separate ways, and I teamed up with Monty Morris. So we became Monty and Roy. That was my first duo. And we recorded a few songs for Duke Reed, Sir Coxsons, and again, we moved on in separate directions. And I started doing some singles for Coxston, and he suggested me team up with Millie. And then we became Roy and Millie. Millie got an opportunity to go to England, and she left, and I did a couple of recordings with a couple other girls, you know, Annette Clark, I remember, and another person. Eventually I teamed up with Yvonne. We became Roy and Yvonne, and the rest is history.
Yeah, sure. And can you spend a few words about the legendary Coxston Dodd?
Oh yeah, well, the thing I really admire about Coxston Dodd, he was an innovator. He created sound that everybody tried to copy, you know. And I really enjoyed working for him. We never got a lot of money, yes, but we got paid. As far as I can say for me, anyways.
And I know in those days there were those musical contests in theaters, so there were some challenges, but can you tell us something about the musical fraternity of those days, all those youths trying something in the musical business?
Well, for myself, from my personal experience, the only contest I can remember ever being involved with is the contest at the Ward Theatre. I think that was in about 61, after Millie and I recorded We'll Meet, and that was sponsored by Sir Coxson's Downbeat. And I remember exactly what happened in that contest show. Millie and I won for a duo, and John Oates won for single. So that was my only contest because, to be honest, I never entered a Virgin show or anything like that. I used to go and watch it, but I never had the guts to go on stage. And I used to watch people like Owen Gray, you know, Wilfred Edwards, Lascelles Perkins, Bonnie and Scully, etc. But I never got into it until later on. And that's from my personal experience.
Okay, and a question for both of you. What were your main musical influences? Maybe music coming from US, as, I don't know, ballads and jazz?
We watched Doris Straw, what's the other couple? Roy.
There were so many artists, but if you're going back to artists that influenced me, for example, I can refer to people like Sarah Vaughan, Nat King Cole, you know, Billy Eckstine, you know, back in the 50s, because I used to listen to a lot of those guys and girls records. Doris Troy, people like Doris Troy, yes, Doris Day, you know, Kitty Carter, and I can go on with a whole list, you know what I mean? But I would listen to any and every music. But back then, there weren't too much to choose from. The top artists, people like Elvis Presley, the Platters, you know, and I can go on and on.
And you said like you were hardly being paid by some of the producers, but what's your feeling now? I know the collectors are paying amazing figures for your originals now. So what's your feeling about that?
Yeah,
you're one of the more searched about, as far as I know.
Unfortunately, I haven't got the vinyls to collect the money.
Would have been a good idea.
Yeah, I've seen my vinyls going at some good price, and unfortunately, like I said, I haven't got any original. That is because the original cut you can get a lot of money for, you know. But that's cool, you know. I enjoyed the time I was in it. I started in it. Like I said, we weren't getting a lot of money, but it was universal. Nobody got a lot of money, you know. But you have to enjoy what you're doing, and I did, no doubt about it.
And thank you very much for your time. I don't want to steal your time because you have to prepare the show. You will be on stage later at the Ska Club. So it's you, like Living Legends, a Spanish band playing. So what will basically happen later on stage at Ska Club?
Well, we both are going to enjoy working with this band. We rehearsed with them last night, and they were fantastic.
Fantastic, yeah.
For a moment, I thought I was working with the original players of the music.
Yeah,
so they're very good.
Especially the solo. Yes. The solo parts, exactly like the original solo. You know, no doubt about it. I'm looking forward. I'm looking forward to rock.
Roy Yvonne, I have one question for you. How do you feel coming back after more than 30 years without performing, coming back to the stage and playing in front of all these young generations that's still loving your music?
One word: fantastic.
It's awesome.
That's great. Yeah. Do you have any release that you're releasing soon? Any new material?
Yes, we've got an album that we recorded in February in DC, and Manuel is the engineer, the man that really created it. Okay, we've got a single out. Ooh la la, I'm moving on. You know, Roy and Yvonne moving on with the Shifters, and we are excited about it. And we're looking forward to that release.
Would you like to close the interview by singing a few seconds together, like very softly, because I don't want to stress your voice. Just a few seconds for us and for our listeners.
Oh. There are two roads before you. You better pick your choice. Two roads before you, baby. So you must pick your choice.
Two roads before me, and I'll pick my choice. Two roads before me, honey, and I'll pick my choice. Worry about yourself and stop criticize. Two roads before me, honey, and I'll pick your choice. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. YVONNE Harrison, Roy PANTON, Rototom Sunsplash TV.